I'm going to take one wedge, and actually I can see that this side of her pelvis is a little light toward the ceiling. So I'm going to take it about maybe, halfway, and then just slip it underneath her pelvis from the side. So I'm just going to put that down. Now the reason for the active wedge is for proprioception, for something to feel against, for a landmark. And so that's what it's meant to be. So she's just going to feel some pressure there. Now what I'm going to do is put it on the other side. Now when she was standing up, her rib cage was a little bit more prominent on this side, but I know a secret. She's got a little bit of an injury on one side. So when she's lying down, it's showing me a little bit more accurately as to what's going on in her actual rib cage and spine. So this is why you can't make huge pronouncements off of one position, but just to observe somebody over time. And also I know that this side is a little different than this one, okay? So today, and it could be different tomorrow, this is why you almost want to just say, oh, my client is not like a type 1 or a type 2, a type 3, type 4 scoliosis, because things change as people go through their lives and experience stuff. Now what we're going to do is going to put this underneath this rib cage. Now, she takes this arm, and I just kind of go underneath her ribs, just a little bit. I'm going to just slide it under about halfway, and then she's going to place down through her rib cage. You doing okay there? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, when I'm looking at her too, I'm looking to see which shoulder girdle side is higher off the floor. When I'm looking at her today, this side is higher off the floor. It's just a little bit different. So what we're going to do is have her bend this arm and press this elbow into the floor. Now this might make her hike her shoulder forward. So what I'm going to do is give her the cue to press down and reach almost like the skin of your elbow toward your feet. And that helps her to just hold that shoulder down and away from the ear a little bit. Am I right? Or am I putting words into you? Okay.
That works.
That works. Okay, thank you. So now, and then from here, now this is where Lorna is a really good friend of mine. She's going to close her she's going to close her dominant eye, because then we'll be able to give a kind of a torsion contraction through her body to counter rotate. So once we start to use the wedges, these are active. It's meant to be used with active movement. And it's going to counter rotate up into her head. Now she's an even better sport than this, because what we're going to ask her to do is to reach her tongue, yes, her tongue, behind her teeth at the top and reach it over to the right. Now what does that feel like besides hell? Can you talk?
Feels like I'm making a face.
It feels like she's making a face. So this is why, maybe you might, well, it depends on if your client will go for this. Now, actually I have young clients that go for this, so just try it out. Now, as we take the compression, she's just going to imagine the front and back pelvic floor, the parachute of the lower body is just reaching to her head to begin with. And then from here, now we're going to change our cues to go through the pelvis. So it's going to be wedge, wedge, elbow, throat, stay, 1, 2, 3, release 4, and wedge, wedge, elbow, and throat, stay, 1, 2, 3, release 4, and wedge, wedge, elbow, and throat, stay, 1, 2, 3, release 4, and wedge, wedge, elbow, and throat, stay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.